So this says explain what is meant by a stratified sample. Well, a stratified sample is where, so a stratified sample is when the proportion in a group is in the same proportion as the population. So the stratified sample is when the proportion in a sample group is in the same proportion as the population group. So if this was about, well, let's take this example here. So we've got a village here, and basically what we're saying is that if we were looking at the under 21s, that has a proportion of 72 out of the number of people in this village, and we want a sample of 50, say, then whatever the percentage is of 72 out of the total of these, then the same percentage of 50 is going to happen for the under 21s. So it's about stratified sampling being the same, everything's in the same proportion in the sample as the proportions in the original population. This question asks you to work out the number of people who are 60 years of age in the sample, and we've got 50 people. So first thing we need to know is the total population. So we've got to add up the number of people there, so 72 plus 90 plus 123 plus 314 equals 599. So we have 599 in our population, so that's our population size. So a stratified sample then is the proportion of 60 years, so the over 60s, in the population times the sample size. So basically we're saying the number of people is equal to the proportion of 60 years in the population times the sample size. So the proportion of 60 years is 314, or over 60 years should I say, 599. That's the proportion of those, and they're going to times by the sample size, which we were told was 50. So dealt with that and dealt with that, and we do that on a calculator and get an answer of 26.2. And this then tells us then, because it's come out with 26.2, we round to the nearest whole number because this is about whole people. So we want a sample of 26.